And a lot of folks believe this is the year in which Steffi Graf is finally going to break through and win one of the major championships. Martina Navratilova, however, has other ideas. Chris had just been eliminated by Helena Suková. Some of the other former champions, Billie Jean King is there, and Pat Summerall takes us for a look back at some of those great ladies. Time champions Martina Navratilova warming up in the stadium for her semifinal match against Steffi Graf. Martina won the toss. She has elected to receive. We'll be back to see how the talented young West German will do against Martina in a moment.
Should I ask for
Just lost 5 victories here in these 2 weeks.
Another talented Czech awaits the winner of Steffi Graf Martina in the final tomorrow, and that is Helena Suková, who earlier today stunned Chris Evert-Lloyd by beating her in 2 sets, and she did it decisively. Chris here serving in the second set. She was broken 3 times in the first set, and then in the second set, Helena would break her 3 more times. 6 service breaks out of 9 games, and Coach Dennis Ralston knew early that Chrissy was in serious trouble against Suková. And for Helena, the biggest moment of her career. She advances to the finals of the U.S. Open. And Barry McKay, you were not surprised that Suková played well against Chrissy. And now in this second match, you really like the young West German, Steffi Graf.
I do, Brent. I think she's got a great chance. The key will be if she comes in and gets passed a few times early, she's got to keep coming in. She can't get discouraged. I think she's got a shot.
Has Martina been as overpowering in this tournament as she has in the past?
I think she's been good, but I don't think she's been quite as overpowering this week, Brent. And Steffi is moving well. She's got that big forehand. This could be a real barn burner.
All right, it's the main event this afternoon for sure. Navratilova and Graf. The crowd is here, and we'll be right back.
Years old, 5'8", 116. Been a pro for 5 years. Martina's been out 12 years. Martina's 29 now. Here comes the beginning of the match. It's gotten cooler, and the wind has really picked up and swirling around down on the stadium floor. Graf serves. That's out. Say welcome back again to Pam Shriver. What are your thoughts about this match?
Well, it's going to be a very interesting match. It's been a good year for Steffi Graf since she played the same match last year. And I look for a very strong match from Steffi. She needs to get a lot of first serves in, and we'll see if Steffi can take the initiative and come to the net and beat Martina in the net a few times.
I've heard it said that in women's tennis, the most awesome weapon is her forehand.
Her forehand and Martina's net game. We've got them both on the same court. This will be tremendous.
It'll be interesting trade, don't you think?
I think it will be very interesting.
30-15.
As good as Steffi Graf's forehand is, when you rush her on a fast surface like we have here, she can become very late and she can lose a little confidence.
Is that because of the big backswing, big wind-up?
The loop backswing. At the French Championships, I watched Hanna Mandlikova just break her forehand down completely and beat her in 3 sets, and she made an awful lot of mistakes on that side. So it would be interesting to see how she does it here.
30-all.
Martina leads the match record 3-1. The last time they played, Steffi Graf won 6-2, 6-3 on clay in Germany.
There is that forehand. And it is a weapon.
Graf wins the first game.
Navratilova trailing love 1 serving.
She got a problem. Hit her, knocked her glasses off. Left cord.
Both lenses fell out.
This is going to be interesting, Don. I wonder if she has another pair.
Got a backup pair?
She does have 2 pair with her. I don't know whether she has 2 pair on the court with her, where the second pair is up in the locker room.
Well, it looks like they're here.
Here's a look at Martina coming in the let cord. Ball hits the net and jumps right up. She thinks she's going to make a backhand volley, and it comes up and hits her, and you see her glasses come off.
That's an incredible start to a service game.
Really?
And I can see the headlines, you know, Graf maliciously injures Navratilova with let cord. All right.
Breaks glasses. Love 15. Mike, dash step.
Martina doesn't like that call.
Love 30.
I don't blame her. She offered the glasses to the linesperson.
It almost looked that Steffi Graf's feet were in the way of the linesman. I hope he had a clear sight of it, because Steffi was going to maybe half volley the ball. It was very close.
Love 30.
Good anticipation there by Martina.
15-30.
Here's Martina's backhand volley, the best in women's tennis, and Steffi does a good job to get that ball back, but Martina's too tough with that shot.
30 all fault. Just long.
Martina likes to hit the second serve to the right-hander's forehand in the deuce court. And she probably figures that Steffi wouldn't be looking for it. She'll probably do that serve an awful lot today.
Deuce.
Steffi's improved her topspin backhand immensely. She used to just like to slice it. Now she's willing to take a big whack at the ball.
Advantage Navratilova.
Tony, you were down for the ceremonies. You were talking, saying that all the players who were involved in the doubles were saying it's difficult to serve from this end.
The end where Steffi is now, yeah.
Game Navratilova. 1-all.
Steffi Graf was asked how things have been since last year's U.S. Open.
Well, I mean, I won 5 tournaments since then, and I think I developed my game much better now. I'm more aggressive. I'm more confident in my game and serving a little bit better. Also, my backhand is I have a little bit more topspin, and I think I'm much more confident.
Steffi serving at love 15. You can see from the way her hair is being blown about that it is gusty and swirling. Yep.
15-all.
Martina approaches down the line to Steph's forehand, and she whips that racket head straight around cross court. Steph's one of the few girls that still
30-15.
hold 2 balls in her hand after she makes the first serve, and every once in a while, I think when the ball comes quickly to her backhand side, it does get in the way. Here we see Steffi Graf's road to the finals, a very easy one. She only lost 1 set to Raffaella Reggi in the round of 16. And I have a theory about that set that I'll tell you about in a minute.
This is only the semifinals.
I know, sorry, semifinals.
Yeah. She'd love to be in the finals, obviously.
She did everything right, except make the shot.
Look at Martina's reaction. All right, so she's got a break point as we come back to live action. Hurry.
No matter how much you hurry.
Martina breaks and leads 2-1 in the first set.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station.
Queensland fresh fruit is nature's snack food. Mouth-watering. So economical. Simply delicious. Queensland fresh fruit. The go anywhere, eat anytime, natural snack. See what's available at your local store today. Because fresh is best. Naturally.
Sunday at 6:30, Robin Leach speaks to Psycho's Janet Leigh in a brand new series of lifestyles of the rich and famous. 6:30 Sunday night on 9.
Martina's always very emotional when she wins the key points.
Quiet, please.
In singles or doubles, and they can spin it out wide to the backhand consistently, whereas a righty has problems with that.
30 love.
Well, Martina had her toughest match against Betsy Nagelson, 7-5 set, and she also had a tough match in the quarters against Pam Shriver.
Who?
She hasn't lost a set.
40 love.
I like Pam's response when I said, you know, how well did you play in the match? And she said, well, the match was really closer than the scores indicate.
The old cliche.
Yeah, I like it. That was Martina's first ace of the match, only ace.
If it had been 3 out of 5, you would have won, right?
Game Navratilova. She leads 3-1.
That wind is really starting to whip old Glory around.
What's interesting about the flags here is that they blow out one way, but down on the court, because of the wind swirls, by the time it gets down to the court surface, it actually blows the other way.
Love.
I remember playing Frank Sedgman at Forest Hills one time, and I was watching the flags at the top of the stadium, and I was trying to hit an offensive lobs over his head, never to get one over his head, and I was smart to figure out that it was different at courtside.
30 love.
It's a pretty good wind to whip the flags around like that.
Steffi Graf was going to serve and volley on that point. It's the first time she's tried that.
Oh, that's pretty good there.
30-15.
Martina making a smart play by approaching up the middle, taking the angle away from Steffi and volleying into the open court. There was an opportunity where Steffi played a big offensive forehand deep into Martina's backhand corner. Looked like she was going to come in to make a mid-court volley, then backed up and made an error with a forehand.
It's 30 all.
Break point for Martina. Steffi's toss is a little bit on the high side. We'll take a look at Martina's reaction. She knows she shouldn't go down the line of that previous shot. Opened up her court. What I was saying is Steffi's toss is a little bit on the high side, and if it remains gusty down there, that can be a problem for when things get tighter later in the match. A little tense.
Deuce.
Steffi's tempo during a match is much faster than most all the other girls. It's incredible. She's always ready to serve.
Martina's reading Graf's passing shots very well.
Advantage Navratilova.
Or she knows something.
She knows she's going to jump on this serve.
Right. This is a tough second serve now with it. Wind. Another break.
That makes it 4-1 in the first set. Win the semifinal. 1986. Martina Navratilova serving at 4-1 in the first set.
Please be seated at the end of the court.
Foul ball.
Don't throw it. Don't throw it. How's going to throw it back during play?
Double.
It's the first one. And Tyriak distracted for a moment.
Alan King's wife sitting next to him. Jeanette.
As we see Martina make that break down the line backhand volley, she told me yesterday that she hates to start a point when the airplane's flying overhead, that she likes to wait for it to pass. Some players will go ahead and serve it because they don't want to ruin their tempo.
15-30.
If you think that way about it would ruin your tempo, what happens when the other player stalls you a little bit or something, see?
It's starting to rain here, and this court gets very slippery. The crowds are all reaching for their umbrellas.
And Martina will have a problem because she wears glasses, right?
Quiet, please.
Happened to her in the French when she had to put on her baseball cap to shield her glasses.
A lot of the crowd getting out of here now, and Martina will wait till they sort of get settled down.
Play is suspended.
They're going to see Gail Bradshaw out, signaling to the umpire that play is going to be halted now for a minute. It's 4-1 in the first set. And we'll be right back. It is 4-1 Navratilova, first set.
15-30.
And it's 15-30. Martina, again, it's going to be a long time before things get settled down here. The activity after Ivan Lendl eliminated his opponent. It is windy, Pam.
Yeah, the wind picked up. I practiced a couple hours ago, and it was very calm. It seems to pick up every afternoon. But Martina's still waiting for the crowd to settle down.
Ready? Play.
Not easy to start at 15-30 on a game.
Just doesn't seem hey, we're in the wrong place here.
It's interesting because Billie Jean King always said that she thought that left-handers should have to start the game on the ad side of the court.
That's thought.
And very quickly, it's 30 all. You can see that USTA's flag up on top of the stadium.
And the difficulty with that is it swirls down around courtside, so you can't go by the direction of the flags.
40, 30.
And it's interesting because depending on how high you hit a lob, it can catch up to a wind going one way or the other, so you're never quite sure what your lob's going to do out there.
Game, Navratilova.
In a hurry. It's 5-1.
Navratilova leads 5-1.
You know, I felt that the delay of this match could only help Steffi Graf because she had already lost her serve twice and Martina was razor sharp, and I'm not saying that that is going to change. Hello, Dolly. Martina, all she can do is smile there.
I've never seen such a hard half volley from the
Wow.
baseline off the backhand side.
Like Yvonne Graf.
Steffi's father, Peter Graf, in the middle there. He is also her coach.
Tough a ball to smash in the air. Defensive lob by Martina, and it is gusty. Definitely a ball to let bounce first.
It's some shot.
30 all.
Steffi's going to need to come to net, and I'm just worried that because she missed that overhead, she might shy away from the net now for a while.
40, 30.
So she'll just hit aces instead.
That's her second one. One yesterday, one today.
Deuce.
They are playing today with the same tennis balls they stopped the match at yesterday. They warm up with different tennis balls and bring out the same ones they started with yesterday.
Martina's
Navratilova.
coach, Mike Estep, of 3.5 years, and his wife, Barbara.
Game, first set, Navratilova, 6-1.
Game and first set to Martina.
Steffi's got 3 break points coming up.
Love 40.
It's important that she gets off to a good start this set if she's going to have any chance at all to get into the match.
Oh!
Well, we've seen Martina miss-hit a second serve that bounced 5 feet in front of the net, and on that point, Steffi swung and nearly missed the ball, so maybe the wind is moving the ball around even more than we think.
Might be a hint that she didn't watch that one too well, too.
Game, Graf.
Well, they were telling us yesterday, telling you, Tony, that it was tough to serve from this end. And it must still be.
Graf.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. If anything, the wind has increased. And if anything, Steffi Graf
15 love.
has picked up her level of play. 15 love.
Martina has never played her best tennis in the wind. The last 2 finals in Paris were very windy.
15 all.
15 all, double fault. That's the first for Graf.
Peter Graf's pointing out.
When it's this gusty, I think you have to be very careful with your toss. If it's a little bit on the high side, bring it down a little bit if you can. And I'd spin my first serve in. Don't look at any second serves if you can help it.
You especially don't want to be hitting second serves when you know your opponent's going to be pounding it and coming in, which Martina does all the time.
First serve.
The thing is, you can't try to get it real deep and place it well. You're sort of hoping to just get it in.
That's a good shot.
Smart.
Down low.
Advantage Graf.
Here we see Martina approaching off the forehand side, and Steffi realizes she can't come over the ball and plays a little chip cross court.
Martina moves so well.
Deuce.
She is the hardest player to find the backhand overhead. I don't think she has one. She gets around so often to hit the smash when you think she might have to hit the backhand.
We talk about her leg strength. That's what makes her quick, but she's really graceful about the court, too.
Advantage Navratilova.
I wish she'd teach some of that grace to her doubles partner.
Doubles partner looks graceful to me.
Break point for Martina.
Game Deuce.
It's Peter Graf either pointing out or telling Steffi maybe to serve wide. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. But
I got the feeling that, sorry to interrupt, but that he was saying to his daughter, that was out, that one you hit, so don't let it bother you. Just erase it.
But he has been warned several times throughout the year about coaching in the middle of matches.
Advantage Graf.
Steffi has much more confidence today in her shot. She's coming over the backhand spoke to Martina's coach, Mike Estep, before the match. And I asked Mike what he thought Steffi could do to change things around. And he thought the one thing that she could do would be to start blasting away on the backhand side, which she seems to be doing more today.
Martina serving with new balls.
Yesterday, she got 81% of her first serves and got off to a real good start. She's now at 63% today.
15 love.
The wind probably has something to do with that.
Sure. Oftentimes in this kind of weather, the wind conditions, a soft shot can be more difficult for a player to handle than if you drive it through the wind.
Love.
It's very difficult to pick a left-hander serve up the middle in the ad court because you have to respect the wide serve so much.
40 love.
There was a case where, with a good first serve rushing Steffi, she ended up going under the forehand because she didn't have time to make that big loop, and as a result, it was a sitter.
Steffi's definitely standing much farther in today, trying to take Martina's serve early. She was 2 or 3 feet inside the baseline on that last first serve.
Good return.
40-30.
You know, I can't help but marvel at the composure. Here's a gal 17 years of age in this huge stadium, 19,000 people, national television going all over the world.
And looking very confident. There is that forehand weapon that we've heard so much about. Deuce. Second ace by Martina.
Advantage Navratilova.
That's a mark of a champion. She's down a break in the second set. Deuce comes up with the ace. Martina picks up that ball, but it gives Steffi a lot of time to go over and hit topspin on the backhand, and the speed is what beat Martina on that shot.
Advantage Navratilova. Game Navratilova.
Game to Navratilova. Graf leads 2-1 in the second set.
Graf leads 2-1.
Pat Summerall with Tony Trabert and Pam Shriver. That's the situation in the women's semifinal that was begun yesterday and was rained out. And now we continue. Already this afternoon, Yvonne Lindell has advanced to the finals with a straight set victory over Stefan Edberg. Steffi Graf will serve from the far end of the court. As soon as the crowd gets settled, they'll resume.
Thank you.
Navratilova has won the first set 6-1. It's 1-2 or 2-1 in the second. Of course, there is other regional action. Check your local listings. Oh, what a shot that is. What a stretch.
15 all.
Martina moves so well to her forehand side, and when she reaches, she can get so much power on the ball.
Oh.
30-15.
It's a fine second serve by Steffi Graf. She realizes that she cannot hit a weak second serve. She's got to go for it.
Up. 40-15.
40-15.
There wasn't a whole lot Steffi could do on that shot. Martina's approach to the net was so deep. That's the part of Steffi's game that if she can develop the approach and volley game, we're all in for some trouble.
Advantage Graf.
I don't think there's any question, Tony, but the wind is really bothering both players.
Sure. When you see two players of this caliber stab at as many ground strokes as they have in the last few games, you know that the wind is playing tricks.
Deuce.
I think one of the things you try to do to counteract that is make sure you watch the ball very carefully and shorten your backswing a little bit for control.
Good first serve from Graf. Advantage.
Martina's taken a little walk behind the court, giving herself a little more time. Here we see the flag and a stiff breeze.
Game Graf. Graf leads 3-1.
Her father, Peter Graf.
A little signal, sort of look around, see who's watching him. He didn't know the big eye was on him.
Good shot.
Actually, I said earlier that Peter Graf has been warned for coaching. The father's never warned. The player on the court is warned. So Steffi's been warned about her father's coaching.
30 love.
Third ace for Navratilova.
Game Navratilova.
Very quick. It's 3-2 in the second set. Steffi Graf serving to Martina Navratilova in the second set. Martina won the first.
Love 15.
Coming up is Martina's favorite shot in the world, running wide to her left and hitting the topspin cross court. Lands so short in the court.
said, terrific backhand topspin that
15
time.
all.
She's been working on that shot an awful lot, and it goes cross-court to Martina's forehand volley, which if there is a weak side up at net, it is Martina's forehand side.
Oh. 15-30.
There we see another example of Steffi Graf not being comfortable when she has to move inside the baseline to hit a shot.
Watch how Steffi moves in now for this shot. The ball is short. Watch her close in. Don't wait for it to come to you. Punch it into the open court as we come back to live action at 30 all. 3-2 second set.
Excellent footwork.
(30-40).
Martina has her first break point opportunity to get back even in this second set.
Done it.
Game Navratilova.
Very dynamic
3-all.
point from Martina. Terrific topspin approach shot, and the backhand volley punched away into the open court. And she's psyched.
Pam, let me ask you a question. Sakova has an extra day because of this rain delay yesterday and this match being played and completed today. Is that good for her or bad for her?
I think it's great for her. She had the biggest win of her life yesterday. I think it would be nice to have a day to relax and get yourself pumped back up for tomorrow's final. Plus, it's nice to see your opponents out here struggling on the afternoon before the final.
3-all. Called out.
15 love.
Steffi Graf doesn't believe it.
Going with the call on a close ball on the first side is out.
The umpire is saying the ball was too close to make a decision. It is on the far sideline from where she is sitting. And that's a tough line to overrule,
Quiet, please.
unless it is an obvious mistake. Here we see Steffi's lob. Totally fooled Martina. Too close.
The umpire is Fran McDowell.
30 love.
And that's what they're instructed to do, the umpires. If it's that close, do not overrule it, and particularly down that far sideline.
I don't see how you could.
I don't either.
Michael Douglas looking on. Excuse me, Pam.
I recognized him too.
Played some with Dad. Kirk Douglas loves to play. What great shape he's in.
Game Navratilova.
4-3 Navratilova in the second set. She won the first one.
Navratilova leads 4-3.
J. Randolph Gregson, Randy Gregson, the president of USTA.
And chairman of the board of the USTA. That's something new.
What more can you do? Be very proud of this event. Steffi Graf serving at 3-4.
A lot of pressure on Steffi in this game because if she does drop serve, Martina will be serving for the match.
Look out.
And the wind has died down a little bit.
15 love.
Really
Gives
has,
both players more control. There's another look. Dive volley, and look out now. You got to just bail out of there.
serve.
Pretty high toss by Steffi Graf.
That's why the disappearance of the wind
Right.
would certainly make a difference to her.
There's no advantage to tossing the ball any higher than you can reach fully extended and leaning into the court. Makes you sort of hit your racket and stop it.
Yes.
Steffi's most confident service game, winning it to love.
4-all.
And Martina's serving from the side that she dropped serve earlier in this set.
Steffi likes to get on with it, doesn't she?
She plays very quickly.
15 love.
Got a little pro football on tomorrow too, huh?
Some colliding bodies around the country.
15 all.
Martina taking her glasses off, checking them out. She notices every little thing. There was a tiny little scratch the other day in her doubles match on her lens, and I could barely see it. She said it was bothering her. But she has not been unable to adjust to contact lenses, therefore she still uses glasses.
$15.30.
15:30.
Double break point for Steffi Graf.
Tony, the most improved thing that I see in Steffi's game from yesterday is she is
15-40.
taking this backhand return so much earlier, and Martina's unable to get to net to make a volley.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Thank you.
Graf leads 5-4 in the second set. Martina won the first one 6-1.
Be seated at the end of the court. Thank you.
That's the situation at the moment. Steffi Graf will be serving, leading 5-4 in the second set.
And that forehand return winner was a short block shot. She didn't take that full swing at it.
Steffi, here she is, 3 or 4 feet inside the baseline, sees that she's won it, and going to be able to serve for the set. And there's Peter Graf. Yes, he's happy too. Steffi plays the little chip down the line because Martina's approach was not deep enough.
Steffi's playing inside that baseline every chance she gets.
Feels that ball was out. But once again, it's on the far sideline from the umpire, and she must feel that it was too close to make an overrule, or else she saw the ball definitely in.
Martina signaled with a racket that was on the line, and she sort of said, "Phooey," you know.
And Martina is very good about, I mean, she wouldn't have given the point away, but you could tell by the look on her face if she thought the ball was out.
30 all.
30-40.
Break point for Martina. This could get her even at 5 in the second set. This crowd wants to see a 3-setter.
Martina breaks and gets even at 5-all.
Here we see the net cord. The net cord bounces very high, gives Martina the opportunity to hit a strong backhand. But Steffi's there, and she almost reaches this ball.
Game
What an effort.
Navratilova, 5-all.
But here's Martina's reaction. But if you recall, Pam, on that forehand off of Martina's cross-court backhand shot, Steffi didn't have time to make her normal swing and didn't make much of a shot down the line.
5-all, second set.
15-love.
Well, that time Martina made such a fine serve up the middle that Steffi had to take several steps to her left and was unable to take the ball early.
Which is what she has been doing very successfully.
30-love. $40-love. Second serve.
Martina didn't hear a let. It's interesting with this net cord because it's so taut that whenever the ball does hit the net, it pops up extremely high. You see very few net cords that are just drop dead in the court. You always have a chance to run after them.
$40-30.
What looked like a routine service game, it's now 40-30, 5-all. At this point, I believe that Martina should mix it up. Steffi knows Martina is going to serve and volley. She's taking it early, getting it at her feet. Martina maybe ought to serve one, stay back, and then approach off the short return.
Watch where Steffi is when she makes contact with this ball off the second serve. She will be 5 or 6 feet inside the baseline, I think. Well, she's moving around to the forehand this time.
Long. Break point for Graf.
Martina was up 40-love this game. It's very
Advantage
unusual
Graf.
for her to be up 40-love and then find herself 4 points later down a break point.
aces for Martina. And Steffi just guessed incorrectly. Might guess Steph. Martina's coach looking on.
Another break point.
Advantage, Graf.
When Steffi tees off on this backhand, it hits topspin. She likes to go cross court about 80% of the time. Martina should maybe be guessing that a little bit better.
She was overpowered, though. That was awfully strong.
Deuce.
2 break points, 2 big first serves, back to deuce.
Third deuce in this game.
Let's see what she does with the second serve now.
Martina made a good second serve, really surprised Steffi.
Advantage, Graf.
And missed a fairly routine volley. Martina's getting 83% of her first serves in.
Quiet, please. Thank you.
She's at crucial time right here. Another break point.
Graf leads 6-5 in the second. Well, that levels things here at 15 all.
15 all.
Graf's serving in the second set at 6-5.
Martina's not afraid to go into her forehand.
15-30.
And again, Steffi's a little late getting that racket back. When you rush her, she ends up coming up the back of the ball and not getting through it. Double break point for Martina.
40.
Take this into a tiebreak. Graf was serving for the second set at 5-4 and couldn't hold on, and here she's serving at 6-5.
Steffi was going to serve and volley on that point. Missed the first serve.
That's out.
Game Navratilova.
Well, Martina finds herself into the tiebreak in the second set, but she doesn't have fond memories of tiebreaks on this court.
6 games all.
She's
Second
lost
set tiebreak.
2
Navratilova to serve.
singles championships, 7-6 in the third, and in
Quiet, please.
1978, when I beat her in the semifinals, the scores were 7-6, 7-6. However, she's 7-2 in tiebreaks this year.
And
in
career is not bad either.
112 tiebreaks. That's
Good
a lot of
gosh.
tiebreakers.
Right.
1-0 Graf.
Once again, the first player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage will be the winner. Steffi's tiebreak record.
I know where she's played 3 of those tiebreaks.
I wonder.
Not against you.
No.
Graf.
Here's the most improved shot over yesterday's play of Steffi Graf, the backhand drive cross court. Martina takes a deep breath.
3-0 Graf.
She knows she's in trouble. Here's Steffi's reaction, giving the ball back for Martina to serve the next 2 points.
Like her West German counterpart, Boris Becker, she goes after it on the return to serve. She won't temporize.
Martina's got to start mixing up the serves a little bit more.
4-0 Graf.
Maybe throw in the second serve first. Get that kicker up, because Steffi is just stepping in and taking that first serve early.
Popular call with the crowd.
The crowd was yelling. He made a strong out call.
I did not realize that the base linesman made a call.
Yeah.
I thought she overruled.
No, he made the call. The crowd doesn't agree with it. Here's another look at it. Martina was hesitant going after the ball. You be the judge of that one if you can tell on the replay.
Quiet, please. Thank you.
At any rate, we come back to the live action with Graf serving at 4-1.
Steffi's got to be careful not to let that bother her, because she's in command in this tiebreak.
Well, it didn't bother her.
Change ends.
Fired right back.
5-1
With a very
Graf.
strong first serve. 5-1.
The very tough, competitive people out there.
Quiet, please. Graf.
5 set points for Graf to get this match even at 1 set apiece.
Martina continues to struggle on this court with the tie breaks. It's interesting. I wonder if she thought about it.
(6-2) Graf. First serve.
Martina made a tremendous pickup on that.
Took a pretty big swing and hit a little topspin on that half volley. Still 3 set points for Graf.
See Steffi serve that wins her the second set. She's very excited.
And sets are 1-all. More to come. Sets are 1-all at the stadium. Pat Summerall with Pam Shriver and Tony Trabert. Steffi Graf to serve. On the court change just a moment ago, Martina with a little conversation.
Saying, get over that backhand. Don't go under it. Get over it.
15-all. Damn, you get the impression that the crowd, I think, number one, they want to see a three-setter, but they seem to be in Steffi Graf's corner.
30-15.
Very definitely, and I've spoken to Martina about it. She gets very hurt, takes it very personally, and she doesn't understand the fact she's dominated for so long. She looks at it that she's an American now, and she's played for her country.
30-all.
And this is the U.S. Open. Just a month ago, we were in Prague winning the Federation Cup, and it was basically because of her we won the cup for the United States, and yet now the crowd's for a West German.
Out. 40-30.
It's our man Dan Rather, who enjoys this game very much as well.
Well, he had a tough job yesterday, didn't he?
Didn't he?
Sad stuff to report. Looked pretty current with that chapeau, didn't he?
Yeah. Indiana Rather.
Deuce.
Martina fights off a game point there with her favorite shot. Takes a second serve, pounds it into the backhand corner. Steffi doesn't have time to come up with a solid shot, and Martina routinely hits the backhand volley into the open court.
Advantage Navratilova.
Now it's a break point for Martina. Love to get an early break in this final set.
Game to Martina. She gets her break early in the final set. The final set, the women's semifinal. You see who plays Helena Sukova tomorrow.
I bet you come watching this. Do a little studying.
All Martina can do is applaud.
15-all.
Martina's gotten the early command here in this final set. Up a break, getting some first serves in and getting in a good position at the net.
Steffi may have had a little bit of a letdown because it was such an emotional second set.
First serve.
Martina hasn't heard about 3 lets. She's got eyeglasses. Maybe she's going to need a hearing aid in a year.
Twice on the head court. Same situation.
30-all.
Block that backhand down the line. Say block it because she doesn't take a long swing at it. She does have a pretty good follow through.
40-30.
But she's gotten Steffi on that serve up the middle on the deuce court 5 or 6 times on big, big points.
This might see Martina serve into the forehand this time.
Just missed the ace. Good call, Tony.
Out. Game Navratilova.
Tony, I look at a Steffi Graf in a couple of ways, mainly
Navratilova
because
leads 2-love.
I'm going to be playing against her probably for several more years, and I wonder at 17.5 how much bigger and stronger and better she is going to get.
Well, she's a tremendous tennis player right now.
Then you know she's going to get bigger and better.
Speaking of bigger and better, tomorrow, or later this afternoon, we'll see Boris Becker play. He's pretty big.
And getting bigger.
15 all.
15 all.
He's got a year's of experience under his feet from last year.
Mm-hmm.
This was a big point because it was 15 all. Steffi's down a break. She needs this point to take a 30-15 lead, and she hits the forehand cross court. Steffi's second double fault. She still has a game point.
She went after that first serve about as hard as any serve she's hit in this match.
Martina now leads 2-1, final set.
Navratilova to serve at 2-1 in the final set. Women's semifinal. Anything strategy-wise you'd like to see either player change?
Well, I think Martina's in command. She's up a break. She's got to get a lot of first serves and maybe mix it up a little more to avoid Steffi's early returns. Wind has picked up again.
Yeah, it has, really.
Hard-working point there. Strong and athletic.
40 love.
See Martina come to the net here and watch how she goes to her right to avoid hitting a backhand overhead, hits the overhead into the open court. There was an earlier overhead that was even more difficult that she still was able to hit hard.
Martina leads 3-1.
You know, we mentioned
Navratilova leads 3-1.
the crowd getting behind Graf at the end of that second set, but the way to quiet a crowd down is just what Martina's done. Get an early break, get ahead, and stay ahead. There's not much for them to cheer about. You learn that when you play Davis Cup or Federation Cup in other people's countries.
Well, that was what was interesting this year in Prague. Martina is an American, but she's never had a crowd more on her side.
15 love.
A lot of different predictions about what's going to happen there. Just wide.
30 love.
We saw Steffi Graf hitting a forehand in that rally, and she was actually into her backhand alley by the time she hit the shot. She loves to run around and hit that forehand.
If you get that far out of position, you better do something pretty good with it.
There's that net court I was talking about earlier.
Straight up.
About
30-15.
how often you see somebody make an attempt at a passing shot and the opponent hit a smash?
Very seldom, but the other day I hit a first serve and it bounced so hard off the net court I caught it in the air.
Coming
Off the
back?
net. Yeah, the rebound.
Mm.
To Graf, and it's 3-2 in the third and final set. Navratilova leads.
And he only went 2 for 3 that day.
Steffi's footwork is so good for a person of her age.
Love 15.
She's still growing. She's 5'8" now, but she got around and hit that forehand so well.
That one's
15
out.
all. $30-15.
That's a play that's so nice for the left-handers. Take the righty out wide to their backhand side and volley into that big open court.
$40-15. Serving well.
Navratilova.
Really serving well.
Navratilova leads 4-2.
Martina Navratilova leads 4-2 in the final set of this women's semifinal match, USTA National Tennis Center, and that's the situation. The match was rained out yesterday. They resumed today. Earlier, Yvonne Wendell advanced to the men's final.
Love 15.
Love 15.
Well, this is a great opportunity for Martina to gamble. She's up a break, 4-2. Steffi serving love 15.
15 all.
It's always nice in the third set of a big match to get a second break serve.
$30-15. All.
Such a deep approach off that second serve. There's very little Steffi Graf could do.
So how do you counteract that? You either get your first serve in, maybe take a little speed off, or come in behind your serve.
There's your answer. Just as you said. Wide.
break point for Martina.
And this is a biggie, as you said. If Martina can get this one, it pretty much locks up this match.
Martina's way back, almost to the windscreen here, jumps in the air, but she needed about 3 more feet.
She was a little concerned about where she was in relation to the clock and the linesman and everything else. Baseball, they give you a warning track. We need that for someone that moves as well as these gals do.
Tremendous play under pressure. Martina didn't hit a bad second serve approach.
Graf.
Steffi had the composure to tee off and hit a backhand cross court. Martina was unable to dig out.
Game, Graf.
Game to Graf. Navratilova leads 4-3 in the final set.
Navratilova leads 4-3.
In this set, Martina has totally been in control on her service game. She's only lost 3 points in 3 service games. She finds herself 2 games away from the match.
Well, the wind fooled her, and she got back in plenty of time, but then just sort of muffed a pretty easy shot.
I think she probably thought Steffi was going to be coming to net behind this lob, so she tried to drive it and hit too good a shot, mistimed it, and is not happy at all.
Love 15.
Smart shot by Graf, went straight at her.
Love 30.
And it's love 30.
And Lee looks pretty calm, doesn't she, for the circumstances?
Who does? Navratilova leads in the final set 4-3. Love 30 now.
Martina chips, comes to the net. We'll see a hard forehand cross court. The pace she gets behind her ground strokes is more than any other woman in the sport today.
And it's triple break point.
And just like that, it's 4-all.
And another one of those short forehand returns. Short meaning not a big backswing. Use the speed on the serve. Terrific job by Steffi Graf.
Seeded number 3 here.
Now Martina feeling the pressure.
15 love.
And the crowd has gotten back into this match and behind West German Steffi Graf. Martina up this side of the court.
40 love. First serve. .40-15.
40-15.
Martina sensed that Graf was going to spin a first serve in that time because she was in pretty close.
Quiet, please.
I'll say.
It's very interesting because Steffi Graf loves to lean to her backhand side. She expects it to go there, not to her forehand. Martina fooled her, not with pace, but with placement. Tremendous first serve. Caught the line.
Again, placement, not speed.
That's a great return by Martina. And it's deuce.
Talk about tension. The fact that hit the top of the net carried it wide.
Plus the wind is blowing across the court. Here we're going to see Martina's shot hit the net, pop up because of the tight net court, and blow wide. A little bit unlucky. Steffi Graf still has a point. Go up 5-4 final set.
Martina wants a forehand. You got it. Nailed it.
Once again, it's that return to Graf's forehand side because Steffi is leaning the other way.
Great point for Martina.
Navratilova.
Father Graf can't even watch. It's so tense.
Quiet, please.
What a volley and what a half volley lob. Incredible.
Wow. And into that wind, it travels fairly quickly to get over Martina's head. A good volley here. Now this because it was driven into the wind. The wind holds it up after it gets over Martina's head, and we're at deuce.
Steffi was going for the ace there. Peter Graf's reading the New York Times.
Meditating.
I don't know if 17-year-old kids are supposed to be able to play like this and act like this under such pressure.
She's 17 and a half years old, but she's been playing almost 4 years on the women's tour. I remember seeing her in Stuttgart, Germany at the age of 13 at a tournament. So she's a veteran.
Unbelievable shot by Graf. Takes her to 5-4 in the final set.
Steffi Graf wins, it would be the first Grand Slam final without Chris Evert-Lloyd or Navratilova since the 1981 French Open. Martina will serve. 4-5 final set. Long.
Not a good start to the game for Martina. She's obviously very nervous.
Love 15.
Could this be marking the change of the guard in women's tennis? Helena Suková yesterday upset Chris Evert-Lloyd. Steffi Graf 3 points away from the match. Incredible save by Martina on the wide forehand. We'll see her hit the backhand into the open court, but it was the forehand volley just before that that saved her the point.
Again, Graf taking the ball early, and she's 2 points away from the U.S. Open final.
15-30.
Smart serve by Martina. Going to the forehand side.
That was a very brave forehand volley. Martina's
40,
missed
30.
in previous matches. Big points, that same forehand volley.
She made a nice short motion on that one. She didn't swing it like she does some of the time.
Maybe a poor choice of shots there. She had plenty of time to chip the ball down to Steffi's backhand. Instead, she went to her forehand, Steffi's favorite shot.
Quiet, please.
With that rifle return, Steffi Graf has match point. This is what breaks Martina's heart a little bit. The crowd encouraging, but she's got to understand Steffi Graf's the underdog. Martina's been the champion for so many years.
Incredible forehand by Graf. Obviously, Martina didn't think it was coming over. Match point.
You talk about your tough second serves. This one coming.
If she goes wide, Steffi steps up, tries to go down the line usually.
I was waiting for the first nervous shot from Steffi Graf, and we just saw it.
Deuce.
I don't blame her.
I don't either.
Who wouldn't be?
Made a courageous move to step around to hit the forehand. The left-handed serve comes into that forehand of the righty.
They're on their feet.
They should be.
Martina made a good overhead here. Steffi stretches wide for the backhand. Martina again challenges that side. And there's the forehand volley. Not quite in the center of the racket. Match point number 2.
First serve.
That had to be one that was very tough to let go by. It was out.
That's an instinct that you have. Good first serve to the forehand. Again, Steffi tried to block it back. Went under just a little bit and it floated.
Navratilova.
Well, that game marked the champion. Under pressure the whole time. Fought off 2 match points. Steffi Graf did everything right in that game. Now she's serving 5-all.
Quiet, please.
Ooh. Tough game.
Now does the emotion flip-flop? Martina gets fired up from saving those match points.
Just missed.
Love 15.
Martina watching the ball and hoping, and yes, just long. Love 15. Very brave overhead. She missed one earlier today.
15 all.
Played a very fine lob over Martina's head. Maybe Martina could have hit it a little deeper.
But with that wind out there, it's tough to really judge it that well.
Especially at 5-all in the 3rd set.
Martina continues to put the pressure on.
15-30.
Steffi Graf might want to go back to Martina's forehand volley on the big points like that, Tony, when she's got time.
I agree with you. Martina standing over, hoping to get a forehand. Good. I think she might. Was it good or not?
I think so.
No,
she missed it.
She missed it. I thought it was good.
From where we are, we cannot see that sideline judge. It would have been nice for the umpire to confirm the call.
$40-30.
2 hours into the match now.
It's been a beauty.
Some great tennis. Spectacular.
Quiet, please.
Steffi Graf leading 6-5. Final set. Martina serving.
See, with new balls.
15 love.
Pam, you know Martina so well. What might be going through her head now?
Well, she's got to be thinking about her previous matches here at the U.S. Open. She's lost 2 matches, 7-6 in the 3rd. If she wins this game, it's going to be back in a tiebreak.
And if you said she hasn't done well in tiebreaks on this stadium court. That's the difference between the two volleys. When Martina stretches for the forehand, she takes a bigger swing and sort of sometimes even goes over the ball. Backhand, when she dives for it, she goes under it and has more control. So she pulls off more good backhand volleys under pressure.
15 all.
Like that.
30-15.
Watch this backhand volley now. It's short, crisp with underspin for control. Angled away from Graf. Back live 30-15.
First serve.
Clear let.
And Martina didn't hear the lead again, but I heard it up here.
Yeah, I did too.
And Fran McDowell, the umpire, said it was a clear let.
Maybe not a good time for Martina to serve and volley. We see the packed stadium.
It is packed.
I don't think she wants to stay back up to make a passing shot. It's her best game. But to get that first serve in. That was out. Steffi may have lost an opportunity there when that ball got over Martina's head by not getting in. On the other hand, she may not realize that Martina couldn't reach it. By the time she saw it go overhead, she couldn't get into the net.
I think we're seeing a case. It's so tight in this match that both are going to do what they feel most comfortable, which, as you said, Martina is up at net and Steffi's at the back of the court.
So we go into a tiebreak. Third and final set. The winner of this tiebreak will play Helena Sakova tomorrow.
Quiet, please.
First player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage will be the winner. Graf to serve the first point.
And it is pressure time.
Steffi went against her instincts. She did the right thing. She came in on a short ball and made
1-0 Graf.
a fine volley up the line.
Quiet, please.
Steffi looks very confident and calm
and eager
and young. Steffi has lobbed very well today. It was a shot that she did not hit once yesterday, at least effectively. Martina's so emotional on the court. She gets so excited. Tremendous point. Both players running back and forth across the baseline. Martina comes to net, and there's her favorite. Old, reliable shot.
Quiet, please.
See how that nice short motion well out in front. You can see it.
I've seen it a lot.
It's 1-2. That's asking quite a bit. As a real gamble by Martina taking that serve that early and really trying to wail on it.
Ooh. Uncharacteristic.
Good depth, though, by Steffi.
When you put that spin on a tennis ball and you get it deep, whether it's underspin or topspin, it leaps at you or squirts through at you. A little more difficult to time.
That serve was way out. Martina seldom misses a serve by that much.
Applause for Bill Cosby, who caught the ball and threw it back.
I'm sure Martina's not impressed.
No.
It's out. Players change ends.
Graf.
That's the situation. The women's semifinal. Graf leads 4-2 in the tiebreaker in the final set.
And her composure today has been incredible.
Really.
Two-4.
Oh, super.
5 aces by Navratilova. There's the last one.
Now Martina stands over a little again, hoping to get a forehand return.
Got it and hit it out. Way out.
5-3 Graf.
5-3, excuse me, Pam.
Sorry, Steffi's second serve was extremely short. Martina did not have to take such a big swing. She could have chipped the ball short, followed it in, and said, Steffi, pass me.
That's why you serve to the forehand on those situations. They don't block it and come in, they usually swing at it.
That's 2 forehands on big points that Steffi's hit over the baseline. She does get nervous with a forehand, and she takes such a big swing that she can miss that.
4-5.
Steffi's father still can't look at it. How you doing, Pam? You okay?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Martina's serving here. The winner of this point will face match point. It's 5-all in the tiebreak. Will Martina serve and volley on this second serve, Tony?
I think she'll serve, try to get up the middle and come in. That's going to be my guess.
Now Martina has her first match point.
Match point.
Yes.
You got to go with what you do best. Martina's serve and volley, and you get off of Steffi Graf's forehand.
So here we go at match point.
Shot. It must have been 1 or 2 inches inside the baseline only. You see her step around, hit the forehand deep into Martina's forehand corner, and a bold shot here from Steffi. Handcuffs Martina. She can't even make a play.
That'll bring some gray hair to you, won't it?
Poor Dad.
But what a terrific shot. That deep down the line, so we're at 6-all.
Martina saying one more point, one more point.
7-6, Navratilova.
Martina serves.
Martina's going to take her time, wait for the crowd to settle down. No reason to rush.
Where are you going to go with it?
I'd have to go wide.
You bet. It's your best serve. Take it wide and get on in. She went to her strength and got ripped.
Went up the middle.
I'd want my opponent to have to hit their number 2 shot and under pressure. 7-all.
A brave shot by Steffi up the line, and she has her 3rd match point. A very mature match Steffi Graf has played.
Quiet, please.
Martina certainly has not played badly.
Quiet,
Steffi
please.
Graf has raised the level of her game.
This is something to see.
This crowd's going crazy.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. First serve.
Martina glancing over to Mike Estep.
Whoops. First sign of nerves.
Sweaty palms. Serve.
Martina's reactions up at net gets her out of so many points. Here we see her reaction after Steffi misses the forehand, but she made an incredible save on the volley before.
Quiet, please.
So Martina now serving at match point. Her 3rd match point.
All right.
Martina trying to congratulate Steffi Graf on a fine match, but that says it all.
2 hours and 16 minutes.
Navratilova wins 6-1, 6-7.
Navratilova last year 7-6 in the 3rd.
What a wonderful match. Here's match point again.
Good serve and the reaction. 10-8 in the tiebreak in the final set.
One of the most emotional women's tennis matches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And a huge disappointment, obviously, for Steffi Graf, who will have many, many more opportunities.
Martina on the far side encircled by photographers at the moment. advances to her 4th straight.
Someone asked for Martina's autograph. She's too nervous to write her name.
Said I can't write now.
You wouldn't be able to read what I write.
Pat O'Brien is standing by down courtside. And hopefully we'll be swinging down there in just a second for a word with Martina Navratilova. And let's go down to Pat O'Brien.
All right, thank you. We are on the PA system here so that all of us can enjoy this, and I don't think we've seen a better match this tournament, Martina.
Well, certainly not closer, anyway.
The fans enjoyed this. I guess you were facing 3 match points. What was going through your mind?
I was just trying to hang in there. At that point, it was really close. If I win a couple of points, then we're back even again. But naturally, you know, when you're down match point, anything can happen. So I feel very, very lucky that I got through this one. I've lost a couple of third set tiebreakers here before and finally came through, so I'm pretty happy.
Were you pushed to the limit mentally anyway in this match?
You can't be pushed any more than that. You guys
Which brings me to a question about Steffi Graf. You must have a lot of respect for this young lady.
Well, I do. She's a terrific player. I hope she won't get too much better or else I'll quit. But, you know, you guys were saying it was going to be close, but this was ridiculous.
Well, it was fun for all of us. Now, tomorrow, can you come back? You have Sakova tomorrow. How about that match?
I don't think I can think about that right now. But I'm sure that I'll think about it later tonight.
All right. Congratulations, Martina, and thank you. Let's go to...
We've got to give him another day and then bring him back for tomorrow afternoon's final.
For sure, Brent. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a match quite that close. Very emotional, very draining. There's no way you could come back after that one.
In the final analysis, what was the difference?
I think the difference was that Steffi could not come in behind her serve. A couple times there on big points, Martina was able to take the ball and move in behind it. But when she learns how to do that a little better, look out.
Now, does this help Helena? She gets an extra day's rest before the championship tomorrow?
Very much so. I'm sure it will, because whoever wins this match out here today is totally drained.
Well, if you're not drained, we got one more for you.
Okay.
Still to come, we're going to find out who will be taking on Yvonne Lindell. Will it be Becker, or will it be still another Czech? Mashish. We'll be right back.